The PowerPoint Prodigy. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Presentation. Monday, 8:57 a.m. Mark's coffee was still too hot when his inbox pinged. Client pitch moved to noon. His stomach dropped. No. The deck wasn't even started. Papers rustled, screens flickered, and his pulse synced with the ticking clock. His manager's voice echoed in his head. This one needs to wow them, Mark. He stared at the blank PowerPoint slide, the cursor blinking like a heartbeat. Then a thought hit him. What if he didn't have to do this alone? Chapter 2. The Copilot Encounter. Mark opened PowerPoint, half out of hope, half out of panic. A small icon shimmered in the corner. Copilot. "All right, show me what you've got," he whispered, clicking it. A soft chime, a friendly prompt. "How can I help you today?" He typed fast, barely thinking. Create a presentation for a renewable energy pitch. Modern, clean, confident. In seconds, slides appeared. Titles, visuals, even notes. Mark blinked. You've got to be kidding me. Panic turned into awe. Maybe I wasn't here to replace him. Maybe it was here to save him. Chapter 3. Designs that spoke. He scrolled through the slides, eyes widening. Copilot didn't just design. It understood. Each slide felt like part of a story. Colors aligned with the brand, graphs pulsed with life, transitions flowed like thought. "This feels like it knows what I'm trying to say," Mark murmured. But then he smiled. Time to make it mine. He added jokes, metaphors, and emotion. Numbers turned into narratives. For the first time, his presentation didn't just look good, it spoke. Chapter 4. The Presentation. The lights dimmed, the projector hummed. Mark stood at the front of the room. No cue cards, no panic, just purpose. He clicked the first slide, and the story began to unfold. Faces lifted from phones, executives leaned in. Each chart made sense, each transition landed like music. When he reached the final slide, silence hung in the air. Then applause broke out. His boss mouthed, "Incredible." Mark smiled, not in relief this time, but in pride. Copilot hadn't replaced him. It had unlocked him. Chapter 5. The Rumor Mill. By morning, the office was buzzing. Slack threads, hallway whispers. "Did you hear? Mark used AI for that deck. Some called it genius. Others frowned. The design team felt uneasy, the analysts jealous. HR wanted to chat. Mark overheard someone mutter, anyone could have done it with Copilot. He chuckled quietly. If only they knew. Behind the perfect slides were hours of rewriting, testing, rethinking. Still, one question echoed through the office walls. Was it innovation or cheating? Chapter 6. The Review Meeting. The glass conference room felt colder than ever. 3 managers sat across from Mark. "So," one began, "you used Copilot for the presentation?" Mark nodded. "Yes. But it didn't do the work. It shaped it." He opened his laptop and showed them. "Copilot gave me structure. The story. The rhythm. That was me." Then his manager leaned back, a faint grin on her face. "Mark, this is what innovation looks like." Relief flooded him. The tide had turned, and the story was just beginning. Chapter 7. The Copycats. Within a week, Brightworks had changed. Every department wanted to try Copilot. Reports, proposals, presentations, suddenly faster, sharper, more human. People started saying, "Ask Mark, he knows how to make it sing." The guy who once panicked before deadlines was now leading workshops. The office buzzed with energy again. Competition gave way to collaboration. Mark looked around and realized something. He hadn't just impressed his boss. He'd inspired a movement. Chapter 8. The Big Pitch. Then came the email that made his pulse quicken. Global client presentation. You're leading. The CEO wanted Mark to represent Brightworks. For days, he worked with Copilot like a creative partner, refining slides, reworking data, crafting emotion. The deck felt alive. "We did it," he whispered to his screen the night before. It wasn't just another pitch, it was proof that technology and human creativity weren't rivals. They were a team. Chapter 9. The bonus. The presentation was a hit. The client signed the biggest deal of the year. Days later, during the company meeting, the CEO called Mark to the stage. "For redefining creativity through technology," she said, handing him an envelope and showing us what's possible. Inside, a generous bonus and a new title: Creative Strategist. The crowd cheered. Mark looked down, smiling. All of this started with one AI prompt. Chapter 10. The Legacy. Months later, Mark stood before a room of new hires. Behind him, the word Copilot glowed on the screen. "This isn't just about slides," he said. "It's about storytelling and knowing how to make technology work with you, not for you." The room laughed, inspired. Mark looked around and realized how far he'd come. Copilot hadn't replaced him. It had revealed his potential. He smiled. "The future isn't coming," he said softly. "It's already here." So next time you're staring at a blank PowerPoint slide, remember, Copilot can build your deck, organize your story, and make you look like the pro in the room. Try it. Let AI do the heavy lifting while you focus on the message. Subscribe, and thanks for watching. Thanks.